Hello and welcome to Name and Lights,
Brought to you by Haya,
the Hunt's Academy for Young Actors.
Hello and welcome to Name and Lights. My name is Luke Rose.
And I'm Kieran Jenkins.
And if you had seen our first podcast, welcome back.
Welcome.
For those of you that are new, this is a...
What are you doing here?
This is a from the ground floor entry-level podcast for young actors.
About acting.
Yes, that was kind of implied when I said for actors. But
Well, you know, it could be for actors about knitting. Actors wanted to get into knitting. Imagine that.
That's a very niche market that
like Bryan Cranston after Breaking Bad. I am the one who knits. Well, after Godzilla, I wouldn't blame him. I mean, good lord. Have you seen Godzilla?
No, but anyway, so this is for those of you that want to get into acting, don't know where to start, how to start, but
or if you're in it and you want to learn more about the industry
exactly.
and stuff, and just it's acting trivia and acting stuff.
Yes, precisely. So, how's your week been?
It's been alright. I don't know if I mentioned it in the last one, but my old drama teacher from my sixth form has asked me to come back and help students.
You did not mention that in the last one.
I didn't. Basically, I've gone back to school and started directing students or helping them with their GCSE performances. A lot of them are showing a lot of potential, especially considering they haven't done any acting professionally or thought about it, doing anything after school. So I'm seeing a lot of potential there, which is refreshing because a lot of people take drama for a dosh usually, but I've been quite fortunate to get quite a few interesting bunch of enthusiastic people who actually care about their GCSE, which is nice.
Yeah, I've seen their work and it was quite something actually. I'm pretty impressed myself.
Yeah.
I remember being in that position. It wasn't out because at that age you don't have this bedrock of confidence that we have. We're just building, and so everything's a bit. I don't know if I want to. There's a few elements of I'm so embarrassed. I look such a silly.
Oh God! You got to remove that notion of I know I'm gonna look like a twonk, but if
Sophie's watching, I've got to look cool. Shut up.
Yeah, if you don't all, especially choral pieces.
Yeah.
If you don't all looking like twonks together, it's gonna look awful. So how's your week been, man? Tell me about your week.
It's been pretty good actually. Since the last podcast, not a lot happened. I went out.
Me and you went clubbing. Yes, we did.
That was very interesting.
God, I haven't been clubbing in a while, and
I can see why.
Oh!
I had to. It was there. I was just.
We need to do that again.
Yes, we do.
Seriously.
The clubbing on a Wednesday night, which I do not recommend.
I don't know. It's like last time I went clubbing on a weekend, I got punched in the face. So it was a nice break for me.
It's true, but that's a story for another day.
That's the story for another day. Back to the acting, Luke.
Just quickly, I had my first day off in ages, which
how was
I
that?
thoroughly recommend to. Well, no. In all seriousness, especially for actors, it is incredibly important.
To get your respite.
We have downtime. Yeah, we especially for those of you that are.
Very serious about it. I understand that you want to sort of I've got to put in 24 hours a day, 24/7. I gotta be working. It's very important to have that respite time.
You need to have your time to just relax and recuperate. You can be always on, and that's great, but it will eventually catch up with you, and it will destroy you.
That's why I went clubbing in the end, because we every week after Haya we meet up, we talk about what we're gonna put in the podcast. We talk about what
we go pub.
We go pub. We have a drink. Pub. We go to a pub. We have a drink. We talk about what we did, and then we just said, do you want to go to a club? Let's go to a club. And we went to a club, and we danced the Macarena.
We didn't dance the Macarena.
Oh, imagine that. Last time I went to the club we went to, they did the Macarena there. It was sorry. That was rather I don't think they actually care about that. Moving on.
So what did we do last week at Haya?
Well,
Kieran, darling?
I will tell you, my dear.
Please do. That's why I set you up for that.
Thank you. I am going to take this opportunity that you have set up for me to explain what we did.
Yeah. It's 90% the reason we do the podcast.
Probably.
Meta.
That and just chat for a bit, Exactly. We don't see each other often enough, man.
Anyway.
Right, okay. Basically, we recapped the punch, slap, nap. If you remember that from last week. Basically, it's the noise you make on your own self when you punch someone. That's what the nap is. We'll just focusing on that and the slat, making sure we got that all good. Then we learnt the hair pull.
Oh, that was good.
Videos of that will be on the Facebook page. We filmed a couple of videos of those, so if you want to check those out, look at the Facebook page.
They are a tad uncomfortable to watch, I will not lie to you.
No, But, the Hunt Academy for Young Actors on Facebook, if you're interested. We also, after that, we got into pairs, and we created a small fight scene.
Oh, go.
Alright, right, so my one was basically, it was quite like, this New York gangster. We had an old friend come back, and like, because I was left without any partners, because, I don't know, everyone hates me. I lost my train of thought completely. He sort of like grabbed me by the neck, like, "Oh, you ever mess up a job like that again with my incredibly pretentious accent, then I will so and so." And like, he slapped me and like.
It was good fun. It was a good example of how just because you have physical violence in a scene does not necessarily mean you have to be super serious. Like there are a lot of really, really intense ones. There was one with Gemma and Joe Alexander. Shout out. Not the one that was Rising Star last week, a different one. They did a one that was kind of it was kind of a domestic abuse one.
Kind of, yeah.
It was really.
I guess it's domestic abuse technically, like from a legal standpoint. But like, I got the impression that he did something bad.
He did something very bad.
Oh, don't talk to me, and like slapped him.
It was really, really intense and really interesting to watch. But then it was quite nice to see Kieran and Alex shout out to. It was really interesting to see them.
You're shouting out me. I'm watching.
Yeah. Hi,
Alex isn't listening to this.
It was really interesting to see a funny version of it.
Well, like your one, hands literally one. Like you managed to sort of fake a hand going through a chest.
So myself and my friend Dan, shout out. Did all the shout outs.
Rising Star doesn't seem so special anymore.
Well, no, that's a different thing altogether. So we ended up together and we did a very tight fight scene. We only had 3 moves. In fact, and one of them wasn't even technically a move. Essentially, what we did was he came in and he did the punch, which I thought was a fairly believable punch.
Yeah, no, it really good.
So
obviously, like in a lot of theatres, like you'll go to like someone's gonna see it's fake. Like it doesn't matter like how many positions you go to.
It's all about angles.
It's all about angles, but it's more on the reaction. If you can distract with the reaction, if an audience is sort of like at an angle where they can see it's fake, if they distract you with the reaction and it's fast enough, then you can get away with it every time.
The moment you, cause even if you. A punch is very, very quick, and so the actual contact lasts less than a second. Yeah. So if you can scream and throw yourself loud enough, scream loud enough and throw yourself far enough, no one's thinking about the punch anymore. Everyone's thinking, oh my god, that looked like it really, really hurt. Yeah. And so, also a good tip for anyone creating drama is to always remember your surroundings, because in our Caird Hall, which is where we go when we rehearse.
Shout out to Camberley Haya branch.
Caird Hall, Camberley. There's a bunch of radiators with grates over them. Yeah. Big old metal grates. And I stumbled over to one and held onto it, and then whilst I was recovering, and then Dan came over and we did the
shout outs Dan.
Did the head smack, which is a very, very simple move, but always a really, really effective one, especially on something loud like that grate, because it was a massive spike of sound, and then I got thrown to the ground, picked up, and had an arm smashed through my chest, which was like Temple of Doom style.
Honestly, it looked great. Pretty good. I think Bryan Cranston said a lot of Hollywood fights is just going at it for ages, but quite often what you'll see in real life, it's usually one punch, boom. One and done, it's over. Yeah.
Most people aren't equipped to deal with that, but it was good. And I quite liked it. I personally thought, not to blow my own horn, but it was fairly inventive.
It was it was
hashtag humble brag.
Hashtag humble brag. Hashtag first world accomplishments.
Yes, but no, that was. We also helped Joe Duamo,
shout out our rising star from last week.
Yes, he's going for our. For our?
He's auditioning for us.
He is. It's going to be so good. No, he's auditioning for a drama school.
He is.
Soon. I think it's this week, actually. Good luck to him.
Yep.
And we helped him with his monologue again.
Yep.
What did... You go. I've talked a while. Go. What did he do?
Whoa, no! You can't just stop. You can't just in the middle and then, okay, Kieran, you pick up.
You go,
Whoa!
Kieran.
He's auditioning for a drama school. He was doing his monologue to us again, and we were just sort of polishing it. We were going through sort of like literally word by word. Like if that word doesn't flow, we take that word out.
Yep.
That sounds like, oh, it doesn't go there. Take it out. Take all the words. But it's looking really good.
There was a sticking point. One of the words that he kind of had to throw away, but he just couldn't get the hang of throwing it away.
To be honest, he makes it work without the word.
Yeah. It's
never feel if you have to throw out a word, then the monologue's going to be crap.
Yeah.
If you work better without that word in a monologue, take it out. It's going to make the monologue so much better because it's so much better for you.
Yeah. That being said, that is a double-edged sword. Do not start going like, oh, well, Shakespeare doesn't really need this paragraph or soliloquy. Let's just get rid of it.
So you can't have my horse, a kingdom of a horse thrown out.
No.
You know what I mean?
You can't really get rid of like, oh Romeo, wherefore art thou? Full stop. That doesn't work like that. What? It's not untrue, is it?
That's just Romeo, wherefore art thou? Full stop.
Full stop.
That is amazing. Okay. World news.
Go on.
Shut up!
I just enjoy your whole
world news
announcer voice. Yes,
it's great.
Go for it.
Right, world news. President Putin reveals secret Crimea takeover. Russian President
Vladimir Putin.
Wow. I'm gonna try that again. Russian President Vladimir Putin. Oh wow. Third time's the charm, eh? Oh God! Russian President Vladimir Putin reveals he planned the annexation of Crimea 4 days before unidentified gunmen appeared in the region. That was the worst reading of news.
I'm not gonna lie. I could have told you that when it first happened.
Yeah.
There are Russian people in Crimea.
No,
there aren't. Yes, there are.
It's kind of like one of those movies where you knew Mrs. Robinson was going to be the killer.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's a classic Old Man Rivers, and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
But
an episode of Scooby-Doo.
Russia getting pretty
big for their boots.
Heaped out at the moment. They are incredibly annoyed with America. Let us not forget that both Russia and America both have the smallpox virus hidden away in a lab. For all we know, they could have been mutating it and stuff. So if a world war does break out, it's either going to be nuclear or disease ridden, I think.
Yeah, but there are certain treaties in the way of that.
To be honest,
if
someone's annoyed with someone or really angry, rules go out the window.
Yeah,
treaty schmeety, eh? We invade.
It's
is
not
that racist? I don't know.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Cool.
Who is it? Is it? Yeah, Jon Stewart did a very, very amusing sketch on that about on the Tonight Show about how Russia doesn't know what Crimea is or who is Crimea. In fact, they're stumped on a crossword of recent old Russian peninsula. And 7 letters down. It's they had no idea. They had no idea. It was obvious from the beginning.
That's amazing.
I mean, come on.
All right, what's going on in the world, man?
Well, there was a lynching.
There was a lynching
apparently in India. A mob broke into a prison. Took a man. Was he? He was suspected paedophile, I believe. Rapist. A mob broke into a prison, took a suspected rapist, and lynched him.
Yep.
And that kind of thing is not lynching is not common anymore.
You never hear about that in Britain.
No,
I'm not bigging up Britain, by the way. You're not going, oh, those countries out there,
it must be said, lynching never really went away. It's just not big anymore. And to have a mob,
imagine that, you're just a prisoner, and a mob storms the. It's like siege you'd see in King Arthur or something.
A reverse Shawshank.
I know, right?
But no, it's odd to think that many people could do.
When the mob broke into prison.
And I led the mob.
I was in the stall selling the weapons in the. Would you mobs wear masks? I think that I have a feeling.
No, typically, a mob mentality. It depends. A mob implies that there was forethought Well, no, sorry. Masks imply they're a forethought, and
I guess marbles are like, there's a rapist in prison. Let's go get him. All right, I've got nothing on.
Which I understand their fury, but vigilante justice is never the way to go. Despite how cool Batman is, he would be arrested a billion ways to Sunday for running around punching.
I don't know. I think you're bigging up the police. I think you're bigging up like Indian police.
Well, no, it is their job.
To be honest, I'm not saying Indian police is bad, but like without a doubt, like countries we've got like in Western society, like police wise, it's pretty good. Like third world countries and stuff, like law enforcement isn't like the best. I mean, like I think we should start bringing top 10 lists into this, and if we do so, I've got a top 10 list of the most dangerous prisons ever.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to go the best police. Top 10 list of the best police. And, woo!
The best police. PC plot at number 1.
Robocop at number 2.
Oh god. We're getting distracted. Right, in England, the Leeds crash, if anyone heard about that, the dead and injured teenagers have been named by police. The two boys, Reese Baker, age 13, and George Wharton, 14. I'm sorry if I said that name wrong. If I butchered the name, I do apologise. They were killed on the A62 Gerald Road in Mornley, Leeds on a Saturday afternoon. Cameron Walters, 14, and Joshua Van Veen, 15, suffered life-threatening injuries in the crash. Unfortunately, they're all being driven by 21-year-old women who police believe have packed them up without their parents' permission.
Oh my.
So yeah, he's in hospital in a serious unstable condition, and Cameron and Joshua in a very critical condition.
Hearts go out to all those affected.
Yeah.
Rip in peace, boys. It's a shame. It's odd. Let's not get into mortality on the podcast because that's
an hour long podcast on that subject.
That's at 2:00 in the morning, ever so slightly depressed with a lot of
like with a fire in front of us.
Fire, yeah. That's a whole different conversation.
You ever think about mortality? Because I do.
Did you hear what Cameron has recently pledged?
David Cameron. What's the big C been saying?
You know exactly why because we research it before we do it. But but
I was setting you up and you just ruined the illusion.
I'm going meta.
We are literally the second episode in. If you ruined everything.
So
the first episode, I exactly got off with her. Okay, go do the thing. What is David Cameron saying?
So Cameron has said that he pledged to build 500 new free schools, apparently, if his party are voted back in next year.
Oh, so bring us in and we'll double the amount of free schools.
That's a big pledge. That's a very, very
Think
big
about
pledge.
all the stuff that goes into one school,
for free.
Well,
not for free, obviously.
Yeah,
but
public schools.
You don't have to.
We're assuming these are going to be top of the notch good schools. Or these just going to be 900.
It would be
one of those DOS schools. Yeah. Like Oxfam have put in this school needs what? Is it Oxfam or Ofsted?
Ofsted.
Well,
Oxfam is a.
What's Oxfam?
Oxfam is a charity organisation that sort out
I'm gonna get some angry phone calls.
Crisis.
What? Yes. I don't know when some teachers shout.
State of Irish education system. Which we can say because we're living in it. Okay?
Yeah, and we've been through school, so you can't say it gets better when
no, it doesn't.
Doesn't.
That's another.
That's an old wives' tale.
That's another clock. That's
another hour. That's another hour.
That's another 2:00 in front of the campfire.
You remember when we went to school when it wasn't great? You ever think about death? I wonder where I put my dog.
Funnily enough, those three conversations are very intimately linked. Dogs, death, and school. That could be a play. Dogs, death, and school. I'm going to write that now.
Radio play, radio drama, dogs, death, and school. Right, we have got distracted far too many times.
We're a bit high today.
So I think it's time for the movie review.
It is at that.
So for this week's movie review, we did Big Hero 6.
What did you think?
I'm not really a Disney movie guy to begin with, but from what I saw, I did like it. It had a lot of elements that I think it's one of those kids movies that just because it's a kids movie, it doesn't have to be dumb, and they don't patronize.
Yeah, it does not pull any emotional punches by any stretch of the imagination.
No, I mean first 20.
Oh,
do we spoil things?
No spoilers. Big Hero 6 is a very, very recent movie. You'll for anyone over the age of 12, you will see it coming almost immediately.
Oh yeah, I don't I think the moment I saw the guy, I was like, oh, this is happening.
He's dying. But that being said, beautifully set up, beautifully executed. I was genuinely sad. Even when I was like, oh, he's going to die, I was like, oh no, I don't want him to die.
So the character of Baymax.
I thoroughly enjoyed the character of Baymax. I loved, and this is going to sound really odd, especially for those who've seen it, I love the voice acting of Baymax.
Yeah.
On point.
Ba-la-la-la.
Which you will get when you see it. No, it was brilliant because they've done a really good job with that voice actor because he sounds cuddly.
Yeah. Like he's got one of those cuddly voices.
Very. Like, you want to... He's the type of person you want through grief. He's the type of person you want to be sat there to go, oh, no, it's going to be okay, because he's got... It's a believable voice. Yeah, if that makes sense for the character. Very well played. What do you think of the voice acting overall?
Well, like nothing too out there in terms of because it's very hard to judge voice acting. So you don't want to overplay it because it's like, oh, well, that's not how people sound in real life. And if you underplay it, it's like, well, that you could have done a couple more takes. But it was fine. It was
good. Voice acting is unfortunately one of the hardest, in my opinion, disciplines because you are nothing but a voice, and you have to convey things that you would convey with your whole body, or the way you stand,
in your voice.
The way you look.
Well, if you were out of breath, you'd have to sound out of breath.
Really out of breath. Yeah, it's not good enough to go. You've got to really, really sell it.
But acting wise, everyone did their job. Unfortunately, don't remember all the characters. I'm not gonna say every character is the most memorable character. I think the only one I may really remember is Baymax, obviously. Hero, I don't even remember his brother's name.
Tadashi.
That's just me personally.
Yeah, no.
But it's a good family. Overall, family fun.
A good family fun movie, but also a good one.
Just I'd watch it again.
Yeah, I'd watch it again.
So
it's good for just quickly.
Oh yeah.
If I may, apologise.
If you may, excuse this guy right here.
So I would actually recommend it if you are going into voice acting, because there's a ton of really, really good voice actors in here. Really, the hero, the main character, is on point. There was
I'd agree with that. I wouldn't say watch everyone if you're getting into voice acting.
Yeah,
because everyone's just it's alright, it's cool. I mean,
But the guy that played Hiro really sold it for me. Really sold it for me. Some very powerful emotional moments for me.
Very early on as well. So, importantly, out of 10, what would you give Big Hero 6?
6 or 7.
6 or 7?
6 or 7. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I think I'd go with about 6. I'll be fair and go 7, I think.
Yeah. I had fun with it. It was... I'm glad I saw it.
Yeah.
But it's not changed my life.
Well, I don't feel like I wasted my money buying it.
Oh, yeah. No. Money well spent, but not a life changer.
Yeah, it's not your Oscar-winning sort of hard-hitting
Lego Movie was deserving of a 9 or a 10, but
really you like Lego Movie that much? Huh?
Good, man. Well, maybe we'll watch that next time, and I'll just go on about how great it is.
Probably. All right, that was the movie review.
Thank you very much.
Right, that's done. Movie review, Big Hero 6. All good? All done?
Yes, fun.
Right, now on to our Rising Star of the Week. So, Luke, do you want to reveal to us who that is?
I would love to. It is Megan Mackenzie from the Broccoli Seniors class of Haya.
Whoa!
Clap. Golf clap.
Congratulations.
So, when we asked Sarah for this about 20 minutes before we started recording.
Don't tell them that.
Shh, it's meta. We're being honest.
Okay.
So yeah, we asked her, and she sent us a small text that
we're going to read it to you now.
Yes.
So these are the words of Sarah Hunt.
This is verbatim. So they are busy, the Broccoli Seniors class, rehearsing their showcase, which will be on March the 27th.
March 27th, if you're in Broccoli.
Part of the Telegraph Hill Festival.
If you like broccoli.
If you do like broccoli.
If you eat your greens.
I don't eat broccoli.
But yeah, good luck to that, guys. It's going to be great. Hopefully, if we get a chance, we might go down and see
definitely. So, Megan brought a speech from Dracula that was particularly challenging. It occupied Sarah's mind all week and was the one at the forefront of her mind for the chop from the running. But, big but in capitals. Megan had taken on all of the notes from the previous week and transformed the piece into a stunningly still and haunting monologue. Interesting and bold choices showing an actor willing to take risks means that I think Megan is one to watch.
one to watch. Right.
Massive shout out for Megan. You sound like a fantastic.
I'm
actress.
immediately like just obsessing. Like, what is this?
I want to see.
I want to know.
So bad. It's lovely because. One of the just as a tip, one of the best things you can do as an actor is to go in and make big, brave, bold choices, because a director can always go, I didn't really like that, tone it down, but it's better to go in with something
so you don't seem like a plank of wood or just a nervous wreck.
A director is there to guide you, yes, and the director is there to show you how to do things, yes, but the director has to do quite a few other things.
So like the more sort of choices you make yourself as an actor, like the less, because when I'm making like a film or anything, I will always say to the actors that I've auditioned or I'm auditioning, I'd go, look, I'm giving you the freedom here to make choices about your characters. Like, I want you to know these characters better than I do. Even if I've written the thing that we're doing, like, I want you to know these people better than I do, and I want you to come to me, like, when we rehearse, I want you to show me these characters, bring them to life with the choices you've made. Because, like, I think, as an actor, that's what... Like, of course you're going to get directors who know exactly what they want and will tell you to do it like that, do it like that, do it like that.
And that's
great.
But
it's always important, like, just to have that freedom as an actor to make the choices, to create a character from the bottom, and create a human being who you believe that's real.
It's a fascinating and incredibly rewarding process.
It's like my favourite thing in life. So, yeah.
It's brilliant. It's better. Always better to go in with some. It's like, well, and this is the best example I can think of. When you haven't done your homework, it's better to go in and go, I did a few paragraphs, than go in and be like, I did absolutely nothing. Because the few paragraphs, they can be like, oh, bring the rest
down to that kind of.
Like, if you can, like, the teacher will always prefer going, okay, bring me the rest, or this didn't work, or at least I have something to mark, than have absolutely nothing. It puts you in a much better stead.
And now we have come for our acting technique of the week. Obviously, all the techniques we mentioned, this is from Haya, we've learnt this from Sarah, the main girl herself. Obviously,
Shut up!
Because we're promoting ourselves.
Yes, brother. Massive shout out to Sarah. Hello.
Massive shout out to Sarah. Woo-woo. Hope they'll get on the show one day.
Yes, that would be a lot of fun.
If people care enough to ask for it.
I think we'll still do it anyway.
Yeah.
So this week is emotional memory recall.
Emotional memory recall.
Thank you for the repeating.
You're welcome for repeating.
In the epic movie voice.
Movie voice.
This is a fairly intense exercise.
Depending on how well you are with
yeah.
Honestly, like emotional memory recall, it's one of those rare acting techniques, but it does depend on the person.
Yeah.
Because if you are easily affected by like past memories and stuff, then this is going to come so naturally to you. If you're not, then it's going to be quite challenging. It's quite challenging for me because not a lot of my stuff in my past affects me.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't necessarily get upset by something bad that happened to me ages ago, just because of the fact it happened ages ago.
Yeah. Whereas I'm pretty good at recalling those emotions and bringing them to the forefront. Of whatever I need. And it works. We both do different things, but we both work in different ways. That's kind of the beauty of acting, in that not everyone acts the same.
Like you will actually feel like if it's a really, really like, to get to the emotion you need to get to for that character, you'd go into the past and I just create that emotion within me. I wouldn't need anything to sort of
You're like a god.
I'm like a light switch. You turn me on and I'll just feel things.
So
oh my god, can we get Nicolas Cage on the show?
Do you know what? If we could, I would love that.
Right, actually technique of the week, yeah.
So the objective of this is to feel the most raw, intense emotion you possibly can, and one of the easiest ways to do this is to find an object that has an incredible significance to you. Now, I would like to point out that significance does not necessarily have to be sadness or loneliness or anything like that.
Make sure you match the object with the emotion. If you're meant to be feeling sad and you bring a photo of like your mates
at Disneyland,
or like something that makes you chuckle, like you're at a scene, if you're like, it was my love, innit? And then you just start laughing.
He died.
Look at this little thing.
So yeah, we're
gonna cut that bit out because that was awful.
So we're gonna so the example is a picture of a deceased loved one or a time you spent when you were really, really happy. And for instance, I brought in a baseball once because myself and my father used to play baseball all the time, and I kind of miss that. My dad isn't not there, by the way. He's fine.
He's gone. He just doesn't love you.
Daddy. No, he's still around, but I just miss those days of youth when you could run around in the sunshine, all that cobblers. And so I took that feeling of bittersweet sadness of a longing for a previous era, and I put that into a monologue. And that is what you at home are going to do. Find an object that has incredible sentimental significance.
That's your homework. Report back to us in the morning.
4,000 word essay on my paper. On my paper.
On my paper.
On my paper.
Not on your paper, on my paper. Come into my house, use my computer, save it on my computer, then leave without waking me up. That is what I'm asking you. And if you can't do that, then what sort of student are you?
Yes, that's the exam in the Ninja Academy.
God, yes.
So that'd be awesome. I'd love to be in the
I don't remember what.
Anyway.
I don't remember what object I brought in. Like, this is just me just getting personal, but like, I don't, like, emotional wise, like, I'm not there like a lot of the time. I rather like Dexter in the fact that, like, if like in a social situation everyone's laughing, I'll laugh along and pretend to get what's going on. But like quite a lot of the time, I don't get any of this, and I'm just gonna pretend just so I can blend it and merge you all later. Not that bit. That bit is not true. But okay.
Don't tell anyone. Spoiler alert. Spoiler's gonna destroy the world.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hashtag
Kieran for Prime Minister.
Yes, that's a very, very good technique. Find an object, connect with that emotion, feel that emotion. It should be an incredibly raw and powerful thing inside you. If you can't find that, that's fine. Don't worry about it. There's nothing wrong with you. It just doesn't work for everyone.
It'll either come with practice, or you'll find like something else works for you. Like, as I found, I can just create an emotion within myself. I don't necessarily need an object. But yeah. So acting technique of the week.
Find an object, feel that emotion, do a monologue with the corresponding emotion, and you'll see the difference almost immediately. And that is it for
episode 2.
Episode 2. I'm really enjoying this, actually. It must be said.
It's a good decision.
Yes, exactly.
I'm glad I pitched this to you.
Yeah, same. I'm glad I said yes. So please like this video and share it amongst your friends. If you have anyone that's really interested in acting, send them this.
Like us on Facebook, the Hunt Academy for Young Actors. As I said, check out those videos on the acting techniques we're doing. We've got a couple of hair pulling videos for stage combat. We've got plenty more on the way. Like, so much social media stuff is going to happen. Check out more content on the YouTube channel video-wise. We're going to be doing that in the next couple of weeks, me and Luca. And yeah, as the late, great Marlon Brando said, to grasp the full significance of life is the actor's duty. To interpret it is his problem, and to express it is his dedication.
Have a good week.
See you later. I love you.
Thank you for listening.
I love you.
Kieran, you're getting to it.
I love you. No, it's